All right, guys, welcome back here to the Road to Blizzcon European Regional Qualifiers for Hearthstone. We can jump into the next match directly. It's between Wandal and Kolemoen, and it looks like we are going to have a mage. I think that's the first time today, and it's going to be a freeze mage, it seems like. This is going to be the last best of 5 we are showing today. I'm going to be saying that as well. Frostbolt drawn here for Kolemoen, and the Mad Scientist is going to be played, though. It's obviously nice in the opening hand. One of those cards that's never bad in the opening hand. You always want a Mad Scientist. Like, literally always.
Too many minions.
Too many minions on turn 2. Too many. Too many.
Wanna blow something up?
I wonder if I want to blow something up. Where's your bomb blobber now? So he could play the frothing here. The thing is, freeze mage normally against warrior, people say, isn't too good. But in this case, since it's patron warrior and like the armor up possibilities aren't like that ridiculous because there's no shield maidens and like there's also no Alex and a lot of like not that defensive minions, it could still work. Anyone knows what happened in 1990. Playing the duplicate seems weird. Arcane Intellect is probably the play. Draw them cards. And then follow it up with the Death Spite, probably. God, this is refreshing. Finally a mage game, like something new. Jesus Christ. The meta is so stale at the moment. There's that Death Spite. Which secret is it gonna be? So since he's playing duplicates, it's probably the it's probably not like a normal freeze mage. That one's just good. And it's apparently not a normal freeze mage, but because of the duplicate, it's more like a fatigue mage, right?
Let the pain speak to me.
Not something new in general, like in terms of a deck, but it's something new today. It was a reference to Bob Saget. Bob Saget. Do you play the Acolyte and ping it here? Is that a play? Or is that just wrong? I actually don't know the odds of this matchup, like who's favored in this matchup, whether it's actually the mage or the patron.
I wonder.
Wow, and he's actually frostbolting the card draw. Jesus Christ. Fine then. He wants a patron off the top here. Doesn't get it though. What I always think about, like in these matchups, the thing I always think about is there has to be mill potential here, right? Like there has to be some point where you can just mill your opponent when there's like acolytes and stuff on board and you're at 8 cards. Like you just have to go for it in certain situations, right? I mean, you're playing the late game control game as the mage. Why not just go for it in certain situations? Golden Alex so sexy. I agree with you, man. So scary as well, like the dominatrix of the dragons, man. Ridiculous. So just going for Thorson here could work out. There's not too much to Thorson though. You're getting one frothing, so that's pretty nice.
I must choose. My blade be thirsty.
And he is gonna slam. Okay. And going face. Interesting. So it doesn't really care about the death rattle in this case. Another Blizzard here for Kolemoen. Does have to somehow answer this 5-3 Frothing Berserker. I mean, like, using a Blizzard here seems like a waste, but maybe it's actually not too bad. Just Doomsayer doesn't work, right? Unless he wants to duplicate it? Like, play a duplicate with it? Would that work? Like, what else? Ice Lance. Alright, so I guess you have... Like, do you even execute this? Yeah, I think you execute this. Why not? Like, what else are you using the execute on? You have two of them, right? You need one for maximum Thorsan and one for Alex. That's it. Battle Rage for the 1-card draw. Slam's pretty nice. Slam execute. He's not going for it? Okay. Thalnos drawn. Can you just play Thalnos and ping? Or do you need... or do you need, the spell damage? You might need the spell damage. I like just duplicating it. That's good. Coin out Alex next turn. Get that duplicated. That's just too good. Wandal is Bob Saget's child, the one from 1990. Oh, wow.
What now?
Oh, really? That's nice. Bob Saget. I always feel like Bob Saget's name, it sounds like an insult, right? It's like, instead of God damn it, it's like Bob Saget. That's always what it sounds like. I think it's ridiculous.
What now?
I feel like you would have to go for, like, Thorsan here. Is there any way not to go for it? I have the power. This is probably the only card in the entire deck that might actually have Kolemoen rethink whether or not he wants to coin the Alex. And he's like, you know what? I'll fireball it. I'm in no rush. I can still do it next turn. And I like this. Because Alex doesn't run away. Another Inner Rage drawn. This is weird. There's nothing really to do for Wandal. I guess you just drop an Armor Smith and armor up, right? You shouldn't play a Frothing or an Unstable, I think.
This is Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav. I remember that. What was that? Flavor of Love back in the day? Was that the show that it was called? That was cool.
Ha ha! Flavor Flav.
Flav.
What
The funny thing about that show was that Flavor Flav was like not good looking at all. It was just this weird dude, man. Like he was actually pretty creepy, and all these chicks just. Oh man, Flavor Flav. Good old times. There's a patron. Slam Execute's coming down on this, I guess. Have I seen the overlay? No, how? Like, I have to look at the stream in order to see the overlay. That's nice. The random Bob Saget. Flame Strike. Do you just keep playing Alex here? I think that's fine, right? This match is going to take a while, so we can just chill out, fall back, and hang out. Is there Antonitis in this deck? In this version of his? If there is, keeping the coin is correct. Sick Alex value. So he could make a bajillion patrons here, but obviously they just die to AoE. And he knows this. But what else are you using the patrons for? Like, you might as well make one wave of patrons. Like, all you lose are 3 cards. I mean, it's still not worth it, but would you check? Like, would you check for your opponent to have those? Alex yourself? That would make sense. Like, I feel like every turn's the same here for Wandal, basically. It's all like, okay, what can I put on this board to even have a chance? And how do I win all this? I wouldn't be surprised to see him not even execute here. Actually, I would be surprised. He has to execute.
What now?
And some sick ghoul damage coming in. He's just gonna play a single patron maybe as a 3/3. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Nope. Are we gonna be seeing another Alex? Thalnos Blizzard. Nah, that doesn't make sense. Could you throw at one Blizzard to just ping? It's 8 mana invested to kill a 2 mana minion. But he has 4 AoE board clears plus double Frost Nova. Like,
I wonder.
it's actually fine. It's actually okay to do so. Yeah. I mean, Wandal's going to probably think about that as well. Double Whirlwind in hand for Wandal now. Will this finally persuade him to go for patrons, or is he just going to keep passing until he draws that war song? Looks like it. Mad Scientist. Do you keep going with the Scientist? Or do you actually play another Alexstrasza here? Or are you keeping the last Alexstrasza for yourself? To, like, heal yourself up?
What to do? What to do?
No one has ever done that! No one has ever done that in the history of Dota!
The Dota puns. There's the war song.
Wow.
Wow.
What now?
In the history of Dota. That was D-Man? Really? D-Man commentates Dota? I didn't know that. I thought he only did... Oh, it was Toby Wan? Okay.
Forward! A fight calls me!
I got trolled. So he's going for a big board? I guess the main objective behind this is actually armor, right? I like this. He's going to charge the patrons into Alex and gain a lot of armor and actually deal some damage in the meantime. Wombo combo! Too bad Alex doesn't influence armor. So you could go Thalnos, Blizzard, or just Flame Strike. Like, it really doesn't matter.
What to do? What to do?
Here's the Flame Strike. Scientist. Or just Ping. Why is he playing the Scientist? Do not understand that. So, still quite some cards in both of these players' decks. It's all about whether or not Wandal can OTK his opponent. Well, he can't OTK him because of Ice Block. But whether or not he can, like, get him down to an amount where he has no more chances. Or whether Kolemon's sustain is just way too strong. So, Scientist into Arcane Intellect will still mean that Kolemoen has to play a card he draws.
I'll show them all.
So that Scientist is just going to die. Harrison's going to come down. That's a good draw. It's actually good as a 5/4 in this matchup. Blizzard. Don't forget, there's still, I don't know, there's one Armani, no, there's one Frothing left and one Patron.
What to do? What to do?
So he needs to still keep stuff to clear one board of Patrons, and he needs to keep stuff to kill off the last Berserker. So he also has double Frost Nova left with Doomsayer, I think. One Doomsayer.
What you say?
I said he had one Doomsayer left, production.
What you say?
Wow.
One Doomsayer. Wow. Wow. Is he just wasting a Frost Nova? Yeah. Shield block's pretty nice. He's already at 40 HP. This is going to take a long while, this game. I don't know who's favored, though, to be completely honest. Like, I actually, honestly do not know. I like the shield block, though. Value Nova, indeed. Where's Antonidas? Is he not playing him? I don't know. Apparently not. Is there a bracket? Yep, just type an exclamation mark bracket spike. Another Acolyte drawn. Not going to throw that out. There's Antonidas. Huh. So if he plays Antonidas and Frostbolts, his opponent's going to have to go off with Patrons. Right? There's no more executes.
I wonder.
You require my assistance.
Yeah, this is correct. Wow, he doesn't even overdraw with this. That's the most important part of it. And this actually... Mom, get the camera. So the most important part of this is that he actually baits out the next patron combo. Aha. So when I said that this was going to be the last series I'm going to be casting, I didn't mean make it 4 hours long. So he has to do something now.
Charge forward. A blade be tested.
Du musst auch streamen jetzt, ne? Nur, dass du sagst. I was actually going to go off with the frothing. Is he going for face? No, okay. So he's throwing away. Well, not throwing away, but throwing in his win condition right there. Huh. So, Flame Strike?
What to do?
Or no?
Do.
I really enjoy watching Freeze Mage. Such a nerve grind. So he has 4 fireballs in deck,
What to do?
which means
Do.
24 damage. Flame Strike apparently is coming down. The thing is, every bit of card draw could be counterproductive, which is the reason that neither of the players have like really played an Acolyte. $50 HP for Wandal here. No Mission Banner. He's gonna have to play that, I think. There has to be a Power Blast too, right? There doesn't have to be, no. There might be. Definitely doesn't have to be. So basically, I don't know if you remember the first series of the day with Orange, but like he already 3-0'd his opponent in the time that we've been watching this one.
You are really dumb, for real.
Antoine
Hide
Dodson.
your wife.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
And I think that's terrible. That's ridiculous.
What now?
You are really dumb. For real. No Mission Banner. Doomsayer. I think you just Fireball here. Thalnos double Fireball, is that worth?
What to do? What to do?
Nope, not going to play the Thalnos with it. Only using 1 Fireball as well. So basically he just doesn't want to overdraw. Rope for armoring up. Yep. Unstable Ghoul. The thing is, like, Wandal lost 1 wave of patrons, both Frothings, and he only has 1 patron left. There's no more Blizzards or Flame Strikes, but as soon as he goes off with it, and even if there's like 6 of them on board, Doomsayer Frost Nova just absolutely shuts it down. Like, completely.
I'm almost out of cards.
Almost out of cards. Ice Lance drawn. He can't Frost Nova Ice Lance. That doesn't work. 1 card left for Kolemoen, 2 for Wandal.
What to do? What to do?
So basically, Wandal's hoping to armor up or to just have more HP than his opponent, which he does have right now, and then kind of winning out the Fatigue War, because that's when Ice Block doesn't matter, right? Like, Ice Block doesn't matter in the Fatigue War.
Time runs out on me.
That armor up, man. Is he fireballing the ghoul? Wow. What?
I'm almost out of cards.
The last card is Battle Rage. Okay, so the only card he can play out of all of these is the Patron. So he's just going to be doing the math here, whether or not it's worth it to stay in this. Yep, Chronosirus, exactly. That's what he's hoping for here. That's what Wandal's hoping for. To hold out with Fatigue until a point where it doesn't matter that Ice Block is up.
The fight calls me.
And there's the Patron.
Out of cards.
Thorson. Yeah, I think you Frost Nova Doomsayer this. For sure, actually. Frost Nova Doomsayer is the play. You have to. And then you play Emperor afterwards, and that's when you win the game. So Emperor wins the game here, actually. Not like as Emperor, but as like a 5-5, right? Because there's nothing he can do. Nothing. Wandal can do. Frost Nova Doomsayer, pink face. And Wandal's going to be thinking, like, okay, he played Alexstrasza. He played, what else did he play? He played Antonidas. Isn't there a Thorson in this deck? Like, he might be thinking about this. But, you know, he won't be able to remove it. And Fatigue's coming down. But there's no way he can remove it unless he takes ridiculous damage. From his weapons, right? Aggro heal bot? No, he's actually going to use that to a very good effect in this matchup. Emperor's the play. Like, if he paid attention, he knows what his opponent still has.
I have the power.
Everything in Wandal's hand, everything in Kolemon's hand is just going to cost 0 mana at some point. Fatigue has started to set in. There's the attack. Death Spite's coming next turn. And if Kolemoen really paid attention, he's going to Ice Lance here, because that's going to get him 5 more damage. Yep, there it is. That's going to probably seal it here. I think. Actually, no, it's not. Oh, this is so hard to think out. The heal bot probably also makes the difference. It's 38 HP versus 25, right? So if he does the damage here... He also has Fireball. So to me, it looks like you've got to favor the mage. There's Death's Bite. He finally gets rid of this. But he's at 26. His opponent goes to 22. At 21. But he can now Fireball and Heal Bot. So even though he's taking 1 damage more each turn... wait. So he's taking 1 more fatigue damage each turn, but Wandal can armor up and basically takes 1 damage less than his opponent. Yeah, it's not enough, though. I think Wandal still wins it. And I think he could play the Thalnos here. Not the Acolyte, but the Thalnos. Because his opponent can't play a card that doesn't draw cards. And even more than the Thalnos. Like, Acolyte's kind of risky. Thalnos isn't. Thalnos is actually fine. This is hilarious. God damn it, man. No, it's over though, right? Next turn. It's over next turn. Next turn's got to be it. Just ping face this turn. He's 1 off this turn. Right? Because there's 7 from fatigue, 7 from fireball, and 1 from ping. So he has 15 damage, but his opponent has 16 HP. So it's over next turn, right? Because he doesn't die this turn. Oh, it's 6 actually only. Okay. So he goes up to 11 HP this turn. And that's the game, right? Is he gonna... He could BM ping his own Thalnos. But that's it. And after a long time, actually, Kolemoen outlasts the mage... outlasts with mage against Wandal here. And takes the first match of the series. Wake up, guys. Wake up. Wake up. It's over. All right?